Outside in on the run today. Hey, would you take orders from somebody you know is bad? Like somebody you know just has ill intent. Would you take orders from them? Would you take orders from somebody that you know for a fact is good? Let's talk about authority. Reading today from the Acts of the Apostles, right at the very beginning. Okay, Jesus has risen from the dead. He's hanging out with his disciples. This is a reading from the Acts of the Apostles. So when they had come together, they asked him, Lord, is this the time when you will restore the kingdom to Israel? And Jesus replied, it's not for you to know the times or the periods that the Father has set by his own authority, but you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in Judea and Samaria, and to all the ends of the earth. When he had said this, as they were watching, he was lifted up, and a cloud took him out of their sight. While he was going and they were gazing up toward heaven, suddenly 2 men in white robes stood by them, and they said, Men of Galilee, why do you stand looking up toward heaven? This is Jesus, who has been taken up from you into heaven, who will come again in the same way that you saw him go into heaven. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So today's Sunday is the Feast of the Ascension. So this is the time when Jesus literally left his disciples here on earth. Okay, he didn't die again and be buried and go to heaven that way. He was taken up to heaven by God, like in bodily form, just like gone. Okay, and so we celebrate that because what it is it's establishing Jesus at the right hand of the Father. So he reclaims his heavenly throne. So he's given all authority in heaven and on earth. See, Jesus has been given this authority. He rules over all of it. And his disciples have got it in their heads that like, all right, Jesus is risen from the dead. Now's the time. We're going to take back Israel from the ruling occupation of the Romans. And Jesus is like, no, you guys kind of still missed it. My authority is here for all people. I'm about my Father's will. I'm doing what he sent me to do. You see, Jesus' purposes are good, pure goodness, pure love. And that's why his authority is good. He's a good person to give authority to, right? You wouldn't take orders. You wouldn't give authority to somebody who didn't have your best interests at heart. Somebody who you knew maybe even was evil. You wouldn't say, oh yeah, I'll follow you, right? If you did, there's a problem there, right? But if there was somebody that you knew was good, had pure love and goodness as their motive, why wouldn't you follow them? Why wouldn't you give them your authority? And you see what Jesus does from here is he passes his authority to his disciples. He says, I'm going to leave you my Holy Spirit, and that's coming up at Pentecost in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm going to leave you my Holy Spirit, and you are going to be my representatives on earth. I'm giving you my power. I'm giving you my authority. Now go and be goodness and love to the world and share my goodness and love with them. And tell people I'm a good follow, okay? Tell people I'm a good follow. This would be good for your life to follow me. Outside in this week, who do you follow? Who do you follow? Literally, who are you following? Who have you given authority to in your life? Have you given authority? Have you allowed yourself to be influenced by people who are good or people who don't have your best interests at heart? Conversely, you've been given some authority. You've been given some authority. You've got responsibilities in your life. How are you using them? Are you good? Are you helping other people be good? Are you loving other people with the authority that's been given to you? That's something to think about this Outside In. See you guys next week.